I'm Spencer.
And I'm sick of this shit.
And this is The Itch.
Woo!
And we're here to do a bit of a Konami update.
Oh, well, this week...
They're like, can I just say, the Konami's like the Dukes of Hazzard?
So?
Do you remember them? Like,
I'm black.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Every time they would end an episode or something, they'd be like they'd be jumping over a ditch or something with their car, and it would stop and just be like, "What are the boys getting into this time?" And they're just
these past few weeks.
Yeah, it's just been them.
Yeah, man, they've been airing their show, man. Holy shit.
Yeah. So what's the news?
So the news in this past week, there's a lot of stuff that happened. Obviously, you guys know we report weekly, so this thing was developing as we were, sipping our tea like Kermit. And
I was going like this with my seat. Oh, you're seeing my beautiful pasties.
So, your pasties. You ain't got no pasties, do you? So anyway, so the first bit of info comes from a YouTuber by the name of, where's his name? Well, his last name's Weidman, but it's George Weidman, otherwise known as Super Bunny Hop. This guy essentially posted a video on the internet that reported about, and he was skeptical about this, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He wasn't reporting out like it was fact. He was like, maybe this, maybe blank, whatever. But he essentially came out saying there was a lot of criticism drawn from Konami by the way they treated their employees. And certain quotations, it goes, frequent blackout, security doors not working, people have been forced to move desks every few days. People have said that Kojima, this is in the case of Kojima and his team being essentially fucked with, allegedly. People say that Kojima can sue Konami, but he won't because he wants to finish the game, and Konami knew that, and Konami being fired up is just the tip of the iceberg. So it's a lot of, from what it sounds like, it's a lot of abuse of power.
And it was for a specific department, right? Because you were telling me before we did the video that it was like, there's 3 pillars, right?
Yes. According to the video, they said the most profitable IPs were Winning 11-7, Metal Gear Series, or Winning 11. Sorry, not Winning. That's the one I played. Sorry. I'm used to hearing Winning 11-7. Winning 11, Metal Gear Series, and the rhythm-based dance game, Beatmania and DDR, which spent a lot of my childhood in. You never played?
I mean, I did a little bit. I wouldn't say I dedicated my childhood.
I can go to an arcade and watch Troy do the same. One of my friends do the same fucking dance from outside Japan for DDR. Every time he's got to do it. Anyway, so I mean, I'm not complaining. He's pretty good at it. But anyway, essentially, there was the concept that they were mistreating their employees. That's what was getting thrown around a lot. A lot of people were concerned, which makes sense. I'd be concerned too, because it seems like Konami first started off, hey, fuck Kojima, we're taking him off everything. Now we're going to be quiet about it. Now we're not going to honor him. Fuck him. All right, fuck our employees. And it's just like, it's something that's graduating. It's like a list of things not to do when you're a major company. Right. And they want to be like worse than Valve on the Better Business Bureau, rating or something. Like, they want to be shit. So, as of right now, there was the video posted by Bunny Hop, and guess what? Got taken down by Konami themselves. They gave it a strike or not strike, but they claimed copyright infringement due to 26 seconds of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance being shown. I believe it was Rising Revengeance being shown. And they said, that's not appropriate. Come on, guys. Is that 26 seconds? We have games.
I heard most of it was in the title.
Yeah, it was in the title. And you're just like,
the opening credits.
What the fuck? So it does raise more suspicion, because then you're thinking, well, it's obviously not about Metal Gear Revengeance, so why'd you want to take this guy's video down who reportedly has insider information? It's an interesting take here.
Good quarry.
Yes. So, I mean, honestly speaking, it's good information, because it fits the timeline, it fits everything.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about, hey, everyone's mad at Konami for what they did to Kojima, well, it makes sense why Kojima left. And why does it make sense? Because Konami is pushing towards a mobile platform, which they just announced very recently. Said, hey, we're going mobile with this shit.
And that's probably why people kept kind of going like, oh, if Konami's going to leave, they better sell off their platforms. Like, they better sell off Metal Gear and Castlevania to people that will make quality ones. But that's why they didn't do it, is because they are leaving gaming. Well, console
Form
gaming.
of gaming, yeah.
They're leaving console gaming and going to that, and we'll probably see a whole bunch of little like mobile apps for like Metal Gear Solid,
That worries
Castlevania.
me. That worries me. Because when you look at, okay, I get that you can argue, hey, mobile gaming's the future, bro. But look back at what those games were.
Right.
Those things were the epitome of quality. You know, if you look at Symphony of the Night, if you look at, I always fuck up saying that, by the way. I always say symphony. Thanks, Mom. Whatever, of the night. SLTN. And then you look at, you know, Metal Gear Solid, like, 3, for both of us, as, like, the definitive, like, holy shit, I love this company. I love the developers, I love the director, all that stuff. Like, and then now you go, oh, well, we're coming out with a new Metal Gear. It's gonna be a reboot, but it's on mobile. And then you're just like, it doesn't matter how popular it is in Japan. I feel like they're alienating a demographic.
No doubt.
And I'm not cool with that. I think that's a bad choice in any company. You should always be as accessible to everyone.
Oh, maybe they're seeing that it just isn't profitable to be there, and so that's a shame. It's definitely a shame that we're losing those great IPs, but because we are losing them.
Yeah.
If they're going to mobile gaming, that's pretty much done.
Bye.
Yeah. It's a shame, but at least we can cherish the memories of those games that we, you know, as they were, and we don't have to see them go through console iterations that they didn't even want to release.
Yeah, and
so I'm okay with, and quite frankly, if Metal Gear Solid, if it sounds like Phantom Pain, or not Phantom Pain, that was the demo, right? Or is the actual game going to be called Phantom Pain? Yeah, if with that game coming out, maybe that will actually be the last Metal Gear Solid.
I would think,
which would be great.
It'd be great
because then we won't get that Konami cash into that.
But you gotta understand, if they released another Metal Gear, how much flack it would get.
Well, but if they're getting away from consoles, then who cares about the?
But what if it stayed on consoles?
Ugh.
Holy shit!
Well, that's what they were talking about
that.
doing.
That people had a hard time with Dante being a different look. I mean, granted, there was some stupid shit that Ninja Theory said. Ninja Theory's lead developer said about it, and
yeah.
Dante did look like him. So it's like, what is this dude doing? Personifying himself? But, I mean, a lot of this criticism, a lot of people are really up in arms about this. One of the big things that people have made mention of is the fact of the head of Konami is an older man who isn't hip with the times, essentially. He didn't like Kojima, allegedly, did not like Kojima spending as much money and taking as long as he did with his games, even though he was profitable. And this is coming from the video itself. Even though it's profitable with Metal Gear, it took too long for him to turn a profit on it. And you're looking at Metal Gear Solid 3 didn't sell as well as Metal Gear Solid 2, which blows my mind.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's actually true. It's nuts.
That's probably because Metal Gear Solid 2 shit on so many people.
Yeah, probably. Like, don't you want to play a snake in the tanker? And only the tanker?
Let me guess. I'm going to play Raiden again. No buy.
So, you know, it's definitely something, you know, it's interesting. And it's a ton of drama when you look at it. I mean, I have to say this. I was on board with Konami even after Kojima leaving because I'm like, well, they have so many other great IPs. But now with the news of... well, everyone just calls him Iga at this point, developing his own essential Metroidvania title, and then, you know, like all these like Kickstarter, the fact that Kickstarters can be funded in 24 hours by based off a good idea and a name, and these are good names, these are big names. You know, that seems like that's the future for our favorite games. It seems like, I bet you anything, Kojima Productions goes into a Kickstarter, they're gonna get like $50 million. Everyone's gonna give them.
They could make their own horror game.
Oh yeah, I would love to see a Silent Hills. That is not called Silent Hills.
Right, exactly.
Completely separate. Still working with Guillermo del Toro. Still working with Norman Reedus.
Yeah.
It would sell well. People would sell because they know that this guy's been screwed over. People want to root for the underdog. You know. But hey, as unfortunate as it is, you know.
Company's got to make money.
Company's got to make money, and Konami isn't a one-trick pony when it comes to that.
No, they make tons of crap that we don't even see in America.
Yeah, I think they have like resort houses or some shit like that. It's on the video.
They got a million different ways to make money.
They have a ton of different ways to make money, and that seems to be common with Japanese developers. Well, minus Nintendo. Nintendo is strictly games, but I mean, we just got done talking about Sony. life insurance. What? Random, but it's absolutely true. So, what's your take on this?
Yeah.
Leave that in the comments below.
Are you gonna download some Konami mobile games?
Are you?
Candy Crush, Metal Gear Solid style?
Are you gonna be a communist, huh?
Yeah, commie.
Get out of here.
I'm Spencer.
And I'm JD.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check us out on This Is the Etch on Twitch.
We do new videos every week. Thanks for watching.